came within a hair's breadth of a second civil war in this country. God intervened, and I believe that he has given us a chance to answer his call.
This celebrity shooter has done so much damage to the left.
This man just had somebody try to, I don't give a what y'all think. That right there is my new president.
We are in some historic times, ladies and gentlemen, and as we continue to process what has happened, my thoughts and prayers go out to President Trump, his family, and our nation. It is a miracle, divine intervention, an act of God that mere milliseconds and a head tilt saved Trump's life. This picture alone is winning hearts and minds. He has been impeached, indicted countless times, convicted, and slandered by the media 24/7 ever since he came rolling down the escalator. And now he was shot. The world changed on July 13th. There's no going back, and as shocked as many people were, I'm not really that surprised. Even Tucker Carlson predicted that this would happen.
You begin with criticism, then you go to protest, then you go to impeachment, now you go to indictment, and none of them work. What's next? I mean, graph it out. We're speeding toward assassination, obviously.
Before I go any further, my deepest condolences go out to the family of Corey Comparatore, a Pennsylvania firefighter, father, and husband who was tragically shot and killed at the rally. This man died a hero, using his body to shield his wife and daughter from the gunfire. Please visit this GoFundMe page to support Corey's daughter, Allison. They have raised over $1 million in less than 48 hours. Please support them any way you can. Even something small goes a long way. A lot of information is going to keep rolling in these coming weeks, and most importantly, we need to stick with the truth. We should not jump to conclusions or focus our energy on being too conspiratorial, but rather, how do we resolve the tension among ourselves and fix the broken systems within our government to make sure that this doesn't happen again? Well, a good place to start would be Secret Service. Based on the numerous eyewitness reports and the footage from that day, many are wondering if the Secret Service could have done a better job at preventing this and apprehending the shooter, now identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. Elon Musk called for the head of the Secret Service and the leader of the rally's security detail to resign, and in the same post, shared this interview of a Trump supporter who witnessed the shooter on the rooftop, but was ignored by Secret Service when he tried to warn them.
We could clearly see him with a rifle, absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police are like, huh, what? I'm standing there pointing at him for 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
Not only this, but a new video came out yesterday showing that the Secret Service had at least 2 minutes to act when multiple eyewitnesses also saw the shooter.
He's on the roof. He's right.
We have people that should not be here.
Right on the roof.
It's much a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that says
How could this have happened? If you look at this map here, I just find it awfully strange that Secret Service couldn't have stopped someone on a rooftop, and there wasn't any other building where someone could have taken that shot. WPIX11 reports that Crooks was spotted by local law enforcement on the roof 30 minutes before the attempted assassination. This was a huge failure on the part of Secret Service and local law enforcement, and I don't really know if it was just pure negligence, but there's something very fishy going on here. The effort to downplay the seriousness of what happened is running rampant, and thank God for X, because the reporting by the legacy media has been shameful. Immediately after the shooting occurred, CNN's headlines omitted the fact that this was an attempted assassination. The Washington Post, Trump escorted away after loud noises at Pennsylvania rally. Newsweek, MAGA responds with outrage after Donald Trump was injured. NBC News, Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after popping noises were heard. And some of the articles after even direct some of the blame at Trump and Republicans. Here was the New York Times Sunday opinion article. He failed the tests of leadership and betrayed America. George Stephanopoulos even said that Trump's violent rhetoric contributed to this. Something unprecedented, however, is that MSNBC MSNBC actually canceled Morning Joe. The decision was made to avoid a scenario in which one of the show's stable of 24+ guests might make an inappropriate comment on live television. For MSNBC to cancel their morning show is a clear indicator that they do not have faith in their host to be honest or have integrity. This is exactly why people go to X for news. Another Washington Post article: Musk and other pro-Trump billionaires have helped shape shooting narrative. Well, in a sense, that's true because we'd be dead in the water without X. There's a reason why X usage hit an all-time high of 417 billion user seconds globally in a single day. Elon also tweeted, "Timely truth is immensely important for the collective consciousness to function well," especially because what happened on July 13th is a reflection of where we're at as a society. All of the divisive rhetoric echoed by the extreme anti-Trump crowd, calling him Hitler, a threat to democracy. My fiance is actually writing a piece about this as we speak, so stay tuned for that. There were also comments from a lot of anti-Trumpers who were disappointed that the shooter missed. Here was one of Jack Black's band members at a concert yesterday.
Happy birthday Make a wish, Canada. Don't miss Trump next time.
Jack Black was actually blindsided by this, disavowed the comments, and ended up canceling his tour. On the other hand, here's what Bill Maher said at his comedy show on the night of the shooting.
Well, unequivocally denounced. I don't care what you think about that. Not funny. I'm sure there will be jokes that people will make because they hate him so much about they wish it went the other way. Not for me. Not for me. Not funny in any dimension. And whoever did this, whoever was the shooter, has done so much damage to the left. Lost a lot of moral high ground. And you're the violent people. But I'm glad he's okay. Trump, I've got to say this, the luckiest motherfucker that has ever walked the face of the earth.
Some of this other content will probably get flagged, so I'm not going to play the rest of the clips. You can look them up. But there are people who are so consumed by their hatred for Trump that they won't even denounce political violence of this magnitude. Hopefully, this attempt on taking his life should wake up the lefties, that they need to stop with the hatred and the vitriol and to stop making blatant exaggerations and unfounded claims about who Trump is and what he stands for. And look, I actually need to call out the right here too. After what occurred, I also don't agree with a lot of conservatives who are fighting with individual Democrats. I would like to show you this speech that Vivek Ramaswamy made yesterday.
The enemy is not our fellow citizens. No, actually. It is an ideology. That's right. And so this is the work we have cut out ahead of us, is how do we win this war while still viewing our neighbors as our fellow citizens and not as our enemy combatants?
As much as the anger is valid, this is a time that we should be aiming for as much love, unity, and compassion as possible, while absolutely being stern, grounded in truth, and holding those who are directly to blame accountable.
I think we came within a hair's breadth of a second civil war in this country, and we avoided it. Yes. And I think it's because God intervened. And I believe that he has given us a chance to answer his call.
Biden said this in an interview yesterday with Lester Holt. He actually took back what he said about putting Trump in the bullseye.
You said it's time to put Trump in the bullseye. There's some dispute about the context, but I think you appreciate that.
I didn't say
words
crosshairs. I was talking about focus on. There's very little focus on Trump's agenda.
Yeah, the term is bullseye.
It was a mistake to use the word. I didn't say crosshairs. I meant bullseye. I meant focus on him.
But have you taken a step back and done a little soul searching on things that you may have said that could incite people who are not balanced?
Well, I don't think. Look, how do you talk about the threat to democracy, which is real, when a president says things like he says? Do you just not say anything because it may incite somebody?
These past comments, along with what many Democrats have said, have fueled tremendous anger among the right, just as much as the media's rhetoric about Trump has fueled anger on the left.
How do we channel that anger to actually not fight against something, but to fight for something, to fight for reviving this country. And I think this is going to be our last chance to do it.
After Trump's false conviction in May, undecided voters and independents who never thought in a million years that they would vote for Trump suddenly changed their minds. Now, Trump has near unlimited political ammunition and support. This assassination attempt has emboldened many people still on the fence to take a leap.
I've never voted for Trump, but I will be this year.
My 66-year-old black grandmother, who has never voted for a Republican president in her entire life, just told me she's voting for Donald Trump.
Given the light of the events that's going on today, I just want y'all to know where I stand, just so we don't get confused.
Say President Trump, you want some proper protection? I'll be more than happy to stand up there for you.
This man just had somebody try to, I don't give a what y'all think. That right there is my new president.
Things are very much in motion. Trump's classified documents case in Florida was dismissed after Judge Cannon found that the appointment of special counsel Jack Smith violated the Constitution. Hopefully now, maybe more of these witch hunt trials will be thrown out, as they should. It is a galvanizing moment for many Americans. It is a force strong enough to stop the toxicity that is dividing our nation. It will be even stronger once Trump gets back into office and Americans get the better quality of life that was taken from them by the Biden administration. I'm especially excited for Thursday night. Trump originally had a speech planned for the RNC after he accepts the nomination, but he decided to throw it away and will focus his speech away from Biden and onto the unity of America. He has picked J.D. Vance as his running mate, which I think is an excellent pick, and I will be discussing that more in the next video. I will see you then, and until next time, God bless America and God bless President Trump.
Please welcome the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again, just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Now don't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. Sing it! God bless the USA! We are here tonight with one purpose, and that is to elect Donald J. Trump as the next president of the United States. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea.